Hello, Internet. It is I, the Malik Aaron, and welcome back to Box Office Predictions. Today, we're going to be talking about The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie. So, as usual, we're going to be going over the pros and cons. So, let's get to it. Pros, Looney Tunes. Who doesn't know what Looney Tunes is? I mean, if you don't, are you even of this earth? At this point, I mean, the brand's been around for, I'm looking at off screen, damn near a century. Okay, a lot of the characters in Looney Tunes are like icons, like Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Porky Pig, Sylvester the Cat, Tweety, Tasmanian Devil. You can just go Foghorn Leghorn, uh, uh, Pepe Le Pew. We could go on and on and on. Okay, but I don't want this video to be too long. But most of you know what Looney Tunes is. I don't need to explain it in detail. So yeah, brand name recognition is an automatic pro here. I mean, come on. So that's pro number one, obviously. Pro number two, I think reviews are quite good. From what I remember, I gotta pull it up though. Yes, reviews are good. 86%, that is more than solid. That is more than acceptable. 88% audience score, that's still good. You know, relatively, yeah, it's still decent. Its cinema score is kind of weird though. It's a B plus, which isn't like bad, but is low key concerning because like family movies tend to have like a real easy time with cinema score. So a B plus is a little below average for an animated movie, animated like family movie. So I don't know why, but it's not like a sign of death or anything. It's just something to note. But still, reviews are good, and audience reaction is still decent enough. So I'll label that as a pro. I guess there's no direct competition. I mean, all the family movies that have been out, prominent ones being Dogman and Paddington in Peru, those have been out for a long time. Their runs are basically over at this point. And yeah, so I guess if family audiences want to watch something new, this is it. Although you got Snow White next week, so it won't be, they'll have that to watch, and then there's Minecraft after that. But for right now, there's no real direct competition for The Day the Earth Blew Up. So yeah, I'll label that as a pro too. Is there any other pros? I don't think there is. No? No, okay. Cons. Okay, so some of you probably don't even know this movie exists. And that's because, well, marketing's been very, very, very low key. And you're thinking, oh, wait, why is Warner Brothers doing this? Well, the thing is, Warner Brothers is not, well, they made the movie. At least they animated it, but they're not distributing this. No, no, no. This is from Ketchup Entertainment. Probably barely know who they are because they're like a new distributor. I don't know why they thought this name would even be good. How am I supposed to take this seriously when your company's named after a condiment, right? But yeah, they have like no track record at all. So yeah, that's obviously a problem. So that's a con. But there's also the fact that the thing is, the reason why Ketchup Entertainment's even like distributing this is because this was supposed to be from like WB themselves. Yeah, this is supposed to be on HBO Max, and that was the plan. But because of the Warner Brothers Discovery, they were just in that merger and everything. They just looked at this and said, you know what? Nah, we don't need this. And so it got shopped around all over the place. So it's very much what happened to this is what happened with Coyote versus Acme, where Warner Brothers just looked at it and said, nah, Nah, then just like let it go. Or in the case of Kelly versus Acme, let it die. Seriously, I don't. I know a lot of people have complained about this. Me too. I'm the same here. I don't know what David Zaslav. I don't know what this man has. I don't know against animation. I don't know why he has this weird vendetta against animated movies because that's what it seems like. I don't get it. I don't understand his mindset. I don't understand the decisions he makes. I mean, this is a man who looked at Joker 2 and said, "Yep, this is sure gonna be a hit." And the same thing with the Flash. He thought that was gonna be a hit too, and well, we know what happened to those movies. So yeah, and yeah, just the death of Coyote versus Acme. That's a tragedy right there. I'm hoping one day some disgruntled employee will leak that movie online. That's the if I hope that happens because the move it deserves to be seen by the public, some form or fashion. Like I hope so. That'd be really cool. But until then, that movie's just forever, unseen by the general public, and it really sucks. So yeah, so like I had to mention that because probably wondering, why is do you think Warner Brothers would care? But they don't, not really. So yeah, but anywho, more cons. Um, Thursday preview is like 250K. I mean that's pretty darn low, but keep in mind this is a family movie and we're like in March. It's not like we're in summer or anything where it'd be easier. But no, we're in March. So preview numbers for family movies would be like really low. So I'm not gonna be too harsh towards it, but I mean Dogman did way better than this. And that was in January, even worse month. So yeah. I still think his preview numbers, even for like family movie standards, are still kind of weak. So I'll label that as a con. Another con is that there's upcoming competition. Next week you have Snow White. 2 weeks after that you have the Minecraft movie. And so yeah, those two movies are probably gonna do a number on this. So that's a con. Another con is that the box office is so damn weak. It is pathetic. It's beyond pathetic. It's anemic. Like it is so ugh. I can't even describe it. But just say it's not good. It's the furthest thing from good. And so that's gonna have do a number on basically every movie that's released that's in release right now. So yeah, just really awful, really depressed market. Label that as a con. I guess there's also the fact that Looney Tunes movies, they have a very wonky track record, and I don't think find it here. Warner Brothers Animate. Could I find it here? No. Okay. That's fine. But I can find them though. And I know all these movies are live action hybrids. I know that. Okay. But they still have the Looney Tunes branding. Okay. So they still count. Looney Tunes back in action. These are all like the theatrically released Looney Tunes movies. So you got Space Jam, an absolute classic, an absolute banger of a movie. Even though the movie was just the whole movie was just an ad, was the result of an ad. So this movie, this movie doesn't have a whole lot of like artistic credibility, but it's still a movie I very much love. But it was a huge hit back in the 90s. I mean, it was like 27 million, which was like huge back then. and it made 250 million worldwide. I mean, I believe it's still the biggest basketball movie ever, box office wise. That record has yet to be beaten by anything. So, should tell you a lot right there. So, yeah, I mean, Space Jam, big old success. Back in Action, bomb, an absolute flop. Only opened like $9 million, made like 20 million total, like 54 million worldwide on budget, like 80 million. Disaster, and that's tragic because this movie is so good and is super underrated. It deserved so much better, but people just didn't show up. I guess Warner Brothers really dropped the ball with this movie. So, yeah, it's a shame because it's really good. You should probably watch it at some point. But yeah, Back in Action was a bust. And then recently, a few years ago, you had Space Jam: A New Legacy, which I know this was on HBO Max, well, formerly HBO Max, at the same time. So I got to cut it a bit of slack. But still, it did not do good, especially compared to its budget. 70 million domestically, 163 million worldwide on a budget of 150 million. Terrible. Just terrible. So, yeah, the history of Looney Tunes on the big screen, it's not great. From a financial standpoint, it really isn't. So, that's a con right there. Is there any other con? I think I mentioned everything. So, opening weekend, from early numbers I've seen, let me see. I believe it's like 2 million, a little above 2 million. I will check just to be sure. Yeah, 2.15 million. Big old yikes right there. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna stay there. I'm just gonna say between 2 to 2.5 million. I'm just gonna go with that. Um, and its legs should be fine realistically, but there's a chance that it could just die after week one, as far as I know. So because of just like no audience, like no serious audience like showing up, and that'll just cause it to get like yanked from theaters real quick. So yeah, just to be safe, I'm gonna say between 4 to 6 million, and that's it. So yeah, that was the day the Earth blew up. So we got three more movies to discuss: Last Supper, Novocaine, and Op, Magnum Opus. Yeah, Opus. Yeah, okay. Three more movies to talk about. So stay tuned for those. But yeah, so that's it. That's all. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, share the whole drill. You want to check out more videos like this? I got playlists on the homepage. All previous prediction videos I made this year, the past few years. You want to watch any of them? Go right ahead. There's also box office recaps where I go over the box office results for any particular month. My February recap, that'll be within the next few days. And then my March recap, which at the rate things are going will be the worst recap I'll ever do for like a month at the box office. That'll be like roughly around Easter. So stay tuned for that as well. But if you want to watch any of the past recap videos made on the channel, you can go right ahead. There's also the canceled series where I went over all the movies that were supposed to come out but didn't. Let me see. Never talked about the day the Earth blew up, not once. So, yeah. But if you want to watch any of the past, all you want to binge watch all the canceled episodes I've done, go right ahead. And yeah, that's it. That's all. I am out. Goodbye.